The board receives a large number of complaints for investigation review, and the number of complaints is greater than it was in the past. The process for complaints is that because we are only 5 board members, that we do not personally investigate complaints, but we use the services of the investigation division of the Secretary of State's office. These investigations are investigations for us. We're just using the resources of the investigation division, but I have met personally with the investigators, and I think the working relationship is good. They understand that these investigations are being done for us, even though they're employed by the Secretary of State. And I want to give you confidence that we are intimately involved in the investigations. And if you look at these notebooks that we have, that these are recommendations to us. They are not final decisions. So it is our responsibility to take an investigation, which I have reviewed, that are competently done by investigators, but even reviewed by us, to tell them that we are not comfortable with the sufficiency, and this is in a minority, very small minority of cases, the sufficiency of what's been done, and we've asked for them to go out and do additional work. I think that that's the best example of the fact that these are our investigations, and that the investigators want to help us do our investigations and want to get for us anything that is unanswered in what they have done so far. In this case, I think there were 5 or 6 investigations that we said we think that more work needs to be done, and asked the investigators to do that. And the response was, of course. And because I have the most investigative experience of members of the board, talking about different perspectives and experiences, that I've been doing that personally, because I've done a lot of investigations in my life. And I like working with investigators and trying to come up with a way in which we can get the information that's necessary to make a decision. That we need to know the facts of an investigation before we can apply the law to the facts. And so I'm very fact intensive. Every member of this board is fact intensive. And the discussions that likely you're going to hear today are questions about facts before we get to how the law applies to that. I just want to emphasize that the cooperation and the collegial environment between the investigators and the board is strong, and that these investigations are perceived by all of us, perceived by the Secretary of State's office, and perceived by the investigators as work that's being done for us. It just happens to be resources. What comes up is, what do you need? We agree that we can do some additional work. We understand why you want it, and we appreciate the fact that you're looking at these so carefully before you make a decision on it.